The Chosen Season 4 is in theaters as we speak, therefore, I have complete freedom to talk about anything that I want to that happened in Season 4, Episodes 1 through 3. All bets are off. I don't have to hold back on anything. With that said, if you have not seen The Chosen Season 4, Episodes 1 through 3 in theaters yet, first of all, I would recommend you go ahead and purchase those tickets, go out to your local theater, go see it on the big screen with all of your fellow Chosen fans. I promise you it is worth it. It is a great, fantastic experience, and I highly recommend you go check out those episodes. However, if you haven't seen the episodes, or if you don't have a theater near you or the means to go to the theater and see the episodes, I would recommend you click off this video, but I can't force you to do anything. We've all read the book anyway, so you're more than welcome to stay, but just keep in mind that in this video, I'm going to be saying tons of spoiler content about The Chosen Season 4, Episodes 1 through 3. So, with that said, let's go ahead and roll that intro. Hello everybody, my name is Eli Hollingsworth and welcome back to Against the Current and The Chosen podcast, where today we're talking about King David and Bathsheba. So, in The Chosen Season 4, Episode 3, King David returns in the intro of the episode, and we get a very specific Bible scene that is portrayed in the show very well, very awesomely, and it has a very interesting connection to that ending of episode 3. It's really, really cool, and I love it when King David is in the show. Every time they tie in an Old Testament story into the present day, well, I guess it's the past for us now, but in The Chosen it's going to be the present day. Every time they tie in the Old Testament, it's just always awesome, and it's such a pleasant experience, so it's really, really cool, and we're going to go through it today. So, the particular scene with King David and Bathsheba actually is directly from the Bible, starting with 2 Samuel 12, verse 15. And the Lord afflicted the child that Uriah's wife bore to David, and he became sick. David therefore sought God on behalf of the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night on the ground. And the elders of his house stood beside him to raise him from the ground, but he would not, nor did he eat food with them. On the seventh day the child died. This is where we see in The Chosen. And the servants of David were afraid to tell him that the child was dead, for they said, Behold, while the child was yet alive, we spoke to him, and he did not listen to us. How then can we say to him that the child is dead? He may do himself harm. But when David saw that his servants were whispering together, David understood that the child was dead. And David said to his servants, Is the child dead? They said, He is dead. Then David rose from the earth, and washed and anointed himself, and changed his clothes. And he went into the house of the Lord, and worshipped. He then went to his own house. And when he asked, they set food before him, and he ate. Then the servants said to him, What is this thing that you have done? You fasted and wept for the child while he was alive, but when the child died, you arose and ate food. He said, While the child was alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, Who knows whether the Lord will be gracious to me, that the child may live? But now he is dead. Why should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he will not return to me. And that last bit, basically what David said to Bathsheba there when they were in their house, and just the lessons of this and the way it applies to the what happens at the end of The Chosen Season 4, Episode 3, are really, really cool. And I just love that they chose this Bible moment. I think the last time we saw King David in Season 3, Episode 8, was actually we saw him and Bathsheba was pregnant. So that was really cool, and now we're seeing him at a different point in time where he's mourning the loss of a child, but then he goes and worships God. And here at the end of The Chosen Season 4, I don't think the implication is that Thomas and Rama sinned in any way, because we know that the reason why David and Bathsheba's first child died was God was punishing them for their sin. David committed adultery and murder. He slept with Bathsheba, committed adultery, and then he sent her husband off to the front lines of war to be killed. So he committed two in one punch there, and God was just punishing him for that. And that's why their child died. So it's unclear. I don't think the implication is that Thomas and Rama sinned in some way, and that's why Rama died at the end of The Chosen Season 4. But it is very interesting to see how all of this happened, and to watch Thomas see Jesus standing there, not doing anything. When Jesus comes back to Thomas and Rama, and he's standing there, and Thomas is saying, You can heal her, you should heal her, and Jesus is just standing there saying, I'm sorry, Thomas, I love you. Just a really, really cool scene, and it's so heartbreaking to see all of it unfold in The Chosen Season 4. What a heartbreaking moment and heartbreaking scene, but it really harkens back to that intro. Because again, it's always interesting when they do these little intro bits with the Old Testament, because the whole time you're sitting there wondering, like throughout the episode, oh, how does this tie into what we're doing now? And when you get to the end of it, you see how, and just the whole theme of death, and how King David had his son died, and yet the first thing he did was go worship the Lord, because he said, that's me mourning is not going to bring my son back, and we'll see him again one day, so what else am I going to do? I already mourned while he was alive. And then we'll see how Thomas reacts to this big event. I guess later in the season, we're going to see it in the following episodes in a week or two. So that's going to be very exciting. And this scene was awesome in The Chosen Season 4. I loved it. What did you think of King David returning? What did you think of Thomas and Rama and their whole little storyline this season and how this is all going to play out? It's very interesting. Things just got much more interesting to see what's going to happen next in this season. It's all going very well. I love it so much. So, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to Against the Current and the Chosen podcast to stay updated on everything going on in the Chosen community, because I'm going to be coming out with tons of videos about the Chosen Season 4. Hope you'll stick around for that. I hope you'll check out my other videos that are already out on my channel. Make sure to comment down below what you think about these episodes and about the Chosen in general. And listen to my podcast link down below in the description so you can hear my reviews on everything that happened in every episode of The Chosen thus far. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Binge Jesus.